Morning, guys. It's Friday, and as per usual, we're forecast for less than an inch of snow according to the old Weather Channel, and we're at about 4. Drifted maybe 6 to 8 plus in some areas, and it's snowing pretty good again here. So I just made a quick stop at the shop here. It's about 6 a.m. and I'm about a third of the way through my plow list. So I figured I'd stop out and stoke the old stove. Sorry, the windshield's a little spotty down there. It's hard to see, but we'll roll with it and see what happens. I just wanted to make a quick pass in the shop too here. It's drifted pretty bad out here. We had some pretty nasty winds last night. Let's see if I can move you guys, because that is not going to work. That is so wet down there. Yeah, maybe it will. Yeah, I guess it'll be alright. Still a little wobbly, but that's what we got. So yeah, it's supposed to warm up this weekend. It's supposed to be, I don't know, 38 on Saturday, or I mean Sunday, not Saturday. Still pretty darn cold at night, but it's 20, almost 20 degrees this morning. And the camera's not going to focus. Does not like wet windshield that it's trying to look out of. That's not going to work. I'll put you guys right there for a little bit. Kind of in my on driver's side now. The windshield starts to fog up. I'll have to shut you guys down here because that's on my side of the windshield now. So I got a lot of people watching my snowplowing vid the other day. That's pretty cool. I don't know, I guess it's boring to me, but it's fascinating to some. I've been doing this for 21 years. This is season number 21 for me. And I just get tired of waking up every 2 hours in the middle of the night to see if it snowed when there's snow in the forecast. Makes for a long day. I like to get on my plowing route as soon as it's slowed down snowing, or we have enough to go out, 2-3 inches. Most of our accounts require being plowed at an inch or 2 inches, that sort of thing, which is, up to me, of course, but, I'd rather get yelled at for plowing it than get bitched at for not plowing it. Plus, yesterday morning we had a little surprise. It snowed overnight. There was no snow in the forecast, really. It snowed early morning. Enough to salt, but it was -10 yesterday morning. So that, I wouldn't say it makes it impossible for the salt to work, but I still had material laying on the lots from the day before. It'll be time to pick up some salt today. This is pretty much what our roads have looked like this week. They were a little better yesterday, but it's just been so stinking cold that no matter what they're putting on the road, it's not really breaking it loose. It's getting all packed down. And they're doing a good job of trying to maintain it, of course, but it's just kind of the nature of the beast, I suppose. so damn cold that last night I went to go get diesel fuel, and the pumps, it seems like around here when it gets real bitter cold, like well below zero, the pumps click off like you're full, even if you're just starting your fueling process. So that gets aggravating, and you have to basically dribble fuel into your tank. And you guys that follow this video know that my Ford has an oversized tank in it, 46 gallons, so it takes a while. Of course, 6 o'clock in the morning starts to get into the old rush hour traffic, which is no fun. It seems like we used to be able to go out at like midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning and get well ahead of the curve and get all the places that are sort of in the traffic areas done well before traffic starts. It seems to no longer be the case. It didn't start snowing until, I don't know, 2 or 3 this morning. And it dumped really fast what it dumped. I want to say it dumped, like I said, 2 to 3 inches. Some places it's deeper. Some places it's more like 6 to 8 inches. It was really windy. Maybe we got more snow and it's just blowing all around. It doesn't seem terribly windy right now, but you know, it could have been real windy this morning. We got another cold front, a weaker cold front kind of pushing in here, so the old jet stream's hanging pretty much right in our path right now, so we're going to get weather for a little bit until the old jet stream decides to boogie on out of here. But we've been slow. There hasn't been any snow to plow. We didn't have any snow at Christmas. We had a little in November, and we had a couple salt outings in December, and that was it. Nothing more than a dusting. Other than in November, we had that heavy cold snap where it was, I think it was 5 or 10 degrees for a day or two, and then it stayed in the teens for a week and a half. Take you guys to a different place this morning, so you're not watching me plow the same old shit over and over. I think I explained before, there's only a handful of places that I take the camera into, not because the people care, but I need to focus more on what I'm doing than videotaping. Probably should have left the house about an hour earlier, so I could have went out and started my furnace up and all that. Come on, buddy. I'm letting you out. I know what a pain in the ass it is this time of the morning. I'm going to sneak through the intersection here, but pull up a little bit. Try not to get popped. The other bad thing about this time in the morning, the main roads, the lights stay green forever, and the secondary streets, like the one I'm on, a little shortcut here, that light stays red for a long time. We used to have a light out by the shop that from 2 till about 5 o'clock, or maybe 1 till 5 o'clock in the morning, it would not change. A main state route that went through there, and that side would stay green constantly, and the light would never change on the other side. I remember sitting there through 2 cycles of the arrow on that particular light, and I never got any change on my side. And that's when I finally realized they don't change it. it just stays green going the opposite way all night. So that's kind of annoying. Kind of like this light. And if I wasn't 200 feet from the police station, I'd probably run it. There we go. You know, usually they don't give you any hassle for things like that in the middle of the night, but we're getting on toward busy traffic time here, so we won't pretend we're above it. So next one we're going to do, it's a pretty tight little parking lot here, and there's only really one place we can put the snow, in the back parking lot. The front parking lot, they've got a rolled curb that we gotta get it up and over, which makes it sort of a hassle. Plus, the front parking lot is only big enough for about 4 cars and a little driveway beside it, so it's tight. I can't remember if I've ever turned the camera on here before, but back parking lot, there's a garage on the right, there's a garage on the left, and she won't allow me to push it straight in, so I gotta kind of do one of these numbers, and then there's an area I can back around here and shove it off the side of the driveway. Makes it kind of a real pain in the ass, especially when you get a deep snow. And you got this light, and you guys are going to see it here in a second. It's on a motion sensor that blinds the living shit out of you when you come around the side. Don't like that kind. It sounds like I'm bitching, I am. I get tired of stuff like that. Your eyes get adjusted in the middle of the night, and you're tired and cranky, and then you have something like that. About to go unscrew the light bulbs in it. She's got 250 or whatever watt floodlights, and there's 2 fixtures, and they just blind the living hell out of you. You can see the parking lot real nice back here, but I'm pretty sure I can plow by feel at this point. Yeah, I'd say this is a 2 to 3 incher at this place. It's just strange. I don't think we had any lake effect snow off of this because the wind was blowing out of the south, but you can see how narrow this is here. It's really kind of an ass ache. Ooh, I whacked one of my reflectors too. I got this row of shrubs along the right side here, so you can try and windrow snow that way, but it doesn't work too damn well, I can tell you that. The other thing is, if I get my tire too close there, the pavement actually drops off. And I got stuck in there one morning. It's all muddy and nasty. It was a real wet snow. This place doesn't take a long time, but it's just a lot of fiddle fucking around. And then we can go behind this garage here. It's grass and gravel, and we just bounce the plow up in the air a little bit. Upon a time she used to make me plow this when she had more employees, but then she decided she didn't want me to plow it, but unfortunately that little area is my only turnaround back here, so I kind of have to keep it somewhat clean. Yeah, you guys like that light? That's awesome, isn't it? Pain in the ass. This other one isn't nearly as bad. that, you can see how much lower it is. We're next door to the funeral home. You can see how low or how far that drops down there. You don't want to get too close to that or you'll be in the neighbor's backyard, stuck. Oh shit, hell over there. And that's where all the snow goes, behind this building here. At least from this back. Of course, this left side, and you'll see here, I'll swing the truck, a bunch of trees and shit hanging out to bite your truck. Never used to be there. But she bought this building, I think, maybe 20 years ago. I think I've been plowing it since like the second year she was here. Later. And then we go like this. Angle the plow all the way. Go to bump the curb and start. Go up the curb. There's a light pole on the left side or right side of the truck. You guys can't see it. Then of course we have the sign right there, which really makes this a pain in the ass. You'll see when I turn around, that's the front yard, which is another spot I can't push snow to really, unless I just absolutely don't have any more room anywhere. And then there's a flower bed. Flower bed in the front yard. And there is a flower bed right there, you can see. Burning bush hanging its head out there. Yeah, I got rolled curbs and the grass is actually higher than the parking lot behind there. So even once you go up and over that curb, the grass is right there, so the snow doesn't really sit. Of course, she likes to have it clean, so we try and make it clean. Do our 10-point turn here. See how wobbly it is on the right side there. It's not a nice clean pass. I let my plowing drag off the edge of the driveway there to try and get some of that snow to fall, but that's the basement of the building next door, so you don't want too much there, even though it builds up no matter what you do. You can even try and put the plow in scoop mode and take it all to the back, but you really got to be careful here. Side sweep here, angle the plow to where as you finish your little sweeping turn it ends up parallel with the curb you're trying to push off of. That way we don't put in huge gouges in that curb or lose half the snow on the way. Wings with the rubber cutting edges kind of help on this too, because they help it float up and over stuff, which isn't good when you're trying to cut ice off of something, but how often can you actually get the ice to cut? pack that little corner with just a little bit of snow. Stop people from cutting it short. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I'll turn you back on later.